Cason, how you feeling, man? First Rising Stars, first All-Star Weekend experience. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. Happy to be here. Having a lot of fun so far, so I'm ready to get on the court and start playing.
What has the last 24 hours been like for you?
It's been joyful. I mean, spending time with the family, being with J-Dub and Chet a little bit, just having a little time with them and just enjoying the moment.
Is it nice spending time with them now, knowing that you're going to have to probably defend them later on today?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked about it yet, but we have to come up with a little something.
Cason, I know maybe not gratifying for what you, but I know it's harder. You fly further under the radar when you're playing a role like you do with the Thunder every day, every week. But being part of something like this, being almost appreciated in this league-wide sense, just what does that feel like?
It feels good just knowing that everybody's seeing my my game and knowing that I'm pretty good. So just I appreciate them for noticing me. Like you said, I'm kind of flying under the radar a little bit, but they notice me.
Cason, all season long you've been kind of praised for being mature and being under control as a rookie. Where do you kind of draw that maturity from in your life?
My older brother, my dad, them instilling that I have to, grow up and be a man about certain situations and take care of my business first. So I feel like I got it from them.
Can you talk a little bit about you and Keen's relationship? Because we've been covering him in the G, but seeing you guys both go pro, I bet that's a great feeling. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Definitely. Just growing up, we both in the backyard playing against each other on the concrete and just going at each other for hours and hours. Coming inside and still loving on each other after we just beat each other up outside, and seeing how far we have made it together and how much growth we still have.
Okay, so we're in Indiana, and the Indiana Fever has the #1 draft pick for the WNBA. If you were the WNBA GM, who are you drafting #1?
Caitlin can come out this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark this year.
Okay, thank you.
I know getting drafted may be that, surreal moment where you realize your dreams come true, but to be here this weekend, does that rank up there as well?
Definitely. It's one of the goals you set. Once you make it to the NBA, you got to reset a lot of goals, and this is one of the goals that I set for myself, and I'm glad that I achieved.
Do you remember watching All-Star Weekend as a kid, and did any game or event stand out in your memory?
Really, all I cared about was the dunk contest. I would like to see the cool dunks they can do, and that's something that I'm looking forward to this year as well.
What was your favorite one that you remember?
Zach LaVine. He was the one year he had one, and he was going crazy.
Aaron Gordon?
Aaron,
You feel like Zach should have won?
Yeah, I feel like Zach should have won. But Aaron Gordon did put up a good fight, but Zach LaVine should have, in my opinion.
In general, your shoe game. I mean, let's take a look at those right now. Those are pretty stylish. How did you decide to pick those out? And how important is your shoe game?
Honestly, they were just in the locker. They were in the locker when I got there, but I like them a lot. Yeah, it's nice.
Speaking of fashion and shoe game, do you feel any pressure being on this team that's so fashionable to kind of up your game a little bit whenever you got drafted here?
Not yet. They keep trying to tell me like I got to step into that world eventually, and I will. But right now, I'm not. I'm trying to keep it calm.
Keeping with that theme, what's your favorite throwback jersey of all time?
Probably the Irish LeBron jersey.
Okay, nice. That's real throwback. High school. Okay.
Cason, you guys have 5 guys here, and I know you guys have been working so hard this season, but what does it say about this group that you have such a strong Thunder representation here, including Keontae with the G League as well?
It shows how good we are as a team. A lot of players competing at a high level, and I feel like it's being noticed by the rest of the NBA, everybody else. So we're just gonna keep putting in the work, keep grinding.
What was your welcome to the league moment?
Training camp, going against Shea 1v1. Yeah, it didn't go very well.
Even though Keontae's mainly been with the Blue, you guys did come in together, and he mentioned how he's still been connected with you guys at the NBA level, as a friendship level and kind of learning from you guys. What's that been like, just still getting to kind of pour into him, even though he's with the Blue a lot?
It's cool. I like it when he comes back because you know, we got drafted together. So I feel like I have a buddy now, you know? Like, he's not there like I'm the youngest, I'm the only rookie. And then he comes around, it's like, okay, now I got a true buddy.
Are you still against the Rook nickname?
Yes and no. Like, I know I'm a rookie, you know, that comes with it. It's just certain situations, I should say.
Cason, I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
When did you start to realize this team could really do something special this year?
Training camp, just seeing how many pieces we had, and seeing how everybody came to the gym ready to work and ready to be, you know, one of the best teams in the league. And I feel like we're on a good path to achieve that.
What is the big benefit to lean on somebody like Shea?
It's great because he's been in my situation before. He's been further than I've been. So just knowing that I can ask him anything, he can give me a good answer to it because he's been here.
I know you're not on the team with Jalen and Chet, but have you gotten a chance to look at your teammates, and what do you think about the group that you guys have?
We got a good team. I feel like we can compete. We'll be one of the teams that'll win it, hopefully.
Yeah, like.
Cason, what was the first thing that went through your mind when you found out you were going to be in the same squad with Victor running out?
It was cool. Just being able to play with, you know, some of the best rookies in the league. You know, Victor's in the running for Rookie of the Year. Chet's in the running for Rookie of the Year. Brandon Miller, Hawkins, like I'm playing with all of them, so I get to see who I would pick now.
He seems to be probably a guy that would be fun to play with for a guard, you know, to get the ball to. Makes it pretty easy.
For sure. As we know, I like to throw lobs, so I want to see how high he can get. I want to see how high he want to go.
What does it feel like to be a part of All-Star Weekend in your first year?
It feels good just knowing that I can come and compete with some of the other greatest players that just got into the league as well. So just being able to show them some talent.
Is there anything about the first half of this season that kind of stood out to you, making that transition to the NBA? Anything that you want to kind of work on for the second half?
One thing that stood out was how many games we played in a week. Like January got a little rough, you know, had a lot of back-to-backs and played every other day. I want to be better at like getting my mind ready for the next game.
What would your welcome to the league moment be?
I said earlier, going to training camp, I had to go 1v1 against Shea, and it wasn't pretty.
What teammate would be the worst teammate to room with on the road, and why?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say one of our foreigners, because I know that they like the rooms hotter, and I like it colder. I don't think that would be a good mix.
No, for sure. And who would you not let drive your car?
Jay Will.
Why?
Everybody on the team knows why we shouldn't let Jay Will even have a car.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories by chance?
Not really.
What do you think about Wilt scoring 100? Talk of the town this week. Do you think he did it? Or are you one of the believers that I don't see the footage, so I don't?
It's a good point. I feel like he did it. Seeing the other stat lines that he's had, I believe it.
No, for sure. And then, who would be on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
Jordan, Kobe, Bron, and Will.
And then, what other events are you excited to see this weekend at All-Star Weekend?
3-point contest, dunk contest.
Any picks?
Dunk contest, I got Jacob Toppin. And 3-point contest between Sabrina Steph. I'm going Sabrina.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is it about your head coach that makes you guys so good? He seems like a player's coach.
I feel like he knows how to. My favorite thing is like when you come into a timeout and he draws up a play. I feel like he's good at coming up with things off the fly.
Coming in as a rookie, did you know much about him?
Nah, not really.
And your impressions right now are?
He's good at drawing up plays.
But he seems like he doesn't really get after anybody. I mean, maybe he does in practice, but on the court, he seems mild-mannered for the most part.
Yeah, he really just get on the reps more than us, honestly. He get on us every once in a while, but you know, we're all grown men, so I would feel like if he's yelling at us all day, like that's not gonna do anything. So he pick and chooses his battle, but I feel like he does it well.
Any similarities with Coach Cal in Kentucky?
Nah, not with that. Cal, he'll tell you how you feel at the moment, then and there. Thank you.
Question from Urban Magazines. How does it feel being a rookie on one of the top two teams in the West?
It's great just being a part of a winning program, a winning organization, and just seeing, you know, that we can win against some of the best teams in the league. So just want to keep doing that.
Cason, earlier this year, J-Dub told a story about his pre-draft workout with OKC and kind of talking a little trash to Mark in that workout. Do you have any funny anecdotes that you remember from your pre-draft workout with OKC?
Before I came in, one of the coaches, Cam, he was like, "Yo, you seem pretty quiet." He's basically saying he was gonna force me to talk on the court. And I was like, "Yo, you ain't gotta worry about me like talking on the court." And we just had a little moment about that.
And then that was Cam Woods. And then whenever you look back on your pre-draft process, was there anything different about how the Thunder conducted things versus other teams?
Definitely. They treated me like I was already on the team. That's one of the things they mentioned before I got there. That right there, that's part of the reason why I wanted to be here. And, you know, I really enjoyed my pre-draft workout there.
You've been on OKC less than a year, but what do you think of the possibility of OKC hosting an All-Star weekend?
That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Then I'll be able to stay home.